Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Supreme Ruler as the Texas, episode number 15. I don't know, we just got to get this going right away. I was again puzzling over what infantry unit to build as my second line mainstay, and I have to say, just looking at the striker again, it is a pretty good unit. 22, 175 isn't too much. Has good defensive stats. We're just going to keep looking at these until we're blue in the face. So I almost committed to the ZBD 2000, but I started to scrutinize because I was like, actually, this is light enough that I can actually paradrop this. You wouldn't want to, though. It only has 13 rounds of combat. This is very, very low. We're already, we have the same capabilities as this thing, except for the paradrop capability in the engineer, which we're building a lot of. We don't need another unit that has no ability to sustain itself in combat. This should be a very sustainable unit in combat. So especially if you're going to pair drop something, you don't want this low. That's the whole reason why the Special Forces have 100 and Green Berets have 50. So you don't have to worry about them for a while. So then just go through all of them, and the IOF 2 is still, I think it's a still strong contender because it's so cheap. One of the negatives of it is it only has 29 spotting range. Maybe that's not so important for a second line unit that just needs to smash face into the front. This is such a strong contender because it actually has more hard attack than soft attack, which might be good. That might be good considering the era we're in. Most targets are going to be hard targets. It's just okay, even the BMP3 is a good contender. It's only 130, 20. Decent stats. Got the 41 that I was kind of hoping for. One of the other ones has 1,000 for its range, and that was also kind of an interesting one to consider. This one might be a little bit too expensive. We can probably rule this one out. Although it has very good defensive stats, 28, 22, so you just can't rule out anything. That's 24, 20. A little bit more expensive than the Anders. So the Anders might be simply better than the Striker, although I'm very happy with the Striker. Japanese version. Yeah, and another thing I was trying to pay attention to is, there's just so many different things to compare. What I need is honestly a spreadsheet with all of these, and I haven't made that for myself. In fact, it's made for you. You just have to export it from the game. So this is the one with 1,000. So I was actually considering this one. It's pretty, this might be the one we go with. Because you have to eventually just commit to something. It has really good soft attack. May not be as important, but if we're fighting garrisons, actually that might be important. Although we should be fighting garrisons only in close quarters. Yeah, this is a really fast unit. It's actually got a little bit of stealth. Or is that just all of them? No, that's just all of them. But this one's actually only 120 for 2120. So both these are French, by the way, I think. Yeah. So we're looking at 2022 for 136. Or 2120 for 117. Doesn't have quite the range, but 750 is still actually much bigger than the other ones. Maybe this is the one we settle on. I still don't know the difference between wheel and tracked as far as movement goes, but probably not going to make a big deal if they're going 100 kilometers an hour. We probably don't have to worry about it too much. So maybe this is the one we settle on. For the 1,000th time. It has really good stats. It doesn't have actually the best urban stats, but it has really good stats everywhere else. I like that it's a French design too. For some reason, that's just it makes it feel more realistic. I don't think the Americans are going to go build a Chinese design. It just doesn't quite feel right to me, and I've mentioned that already. Although the ZBL09, okay, it's 13 million more expensive. But 2027, so it's better there, worse here. Better, worse. Yeah, it's a tough one. I think the VBCI, just because it's cheaper, will get the nod, so it's better. Equal, right? 19. Oh, yeah, it is worse. Okay, 18. Because it is high time we pick one. We goofed around long enough. Okay, this is actually... I also have a kind of a weird feeling about picking the BTR4. Just make sure that this VBCI is not low reaction rate. No, it's medium. Do you want to eliminate those? The engineers actually has high reaction time. Oh god, well it means it'll run out of ammo that much faster. But if it's like the human wave doctrine, then it's not that big of a deal. Just send new people in to fill in. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. 43 for its, 44 for its artillery defense. Yeah, I don't think we can go wrong with the VBCI. And it feels like a more realistic. I kind of like the VABNG just because it looks different. We'd really be able to tell, oh yeah, that's definitely that particular unit. That's definitely our second line runner. This one has much better defensive stats. I mean, BTR4, like I already mentioned this, but this one might be better. 2320 versus 2120. 44. Yep, it's 44. Okay, so the BTR4 is the winner, in my opinion. Oh, but it has 29. This one has 41. I don't know why. I really like having spotting range. You only need one person to have spotting range, but just continue on. Okay, Boxer AMRAM, just too expensive. Don't really care what it does. It's too expensive. Okay, let's just go with the VBCI because she is French, so I kind of like that. We'll get 24 of them just as a initial commitment. Congress has committed. The Congress of Texas has met. They've heard all the different pitches, and they've decided in the end to requisition the VBCI from our friendly friends in Paris, who actually hate us, but everyone does, so that's not a big deal. Okay, after that discussion, let's get to the fight. Oh yeah, I did some things. Off camera to speed things along. The whole front is pushing. I'm just going to slowly push north. I have my F-15s moved into San Diego now, and I'm moving my F-16s. Not the number 2 group is completely in repair. This is my secondary air superiority group. The F-15s are still getting repaired, but we have 3 active. That's enough. And I'm flying in group number 3, which is my F-16s. These are the ground attack F-16s, but they can, in a pinch, help out in the air war. So we're going to fly them in closer, and what I'm going to start doing is making more runs with 5 and 4, which are my air-to-ground capable units. Still left on the eastern side of things. So speaking of which, let's get number 4 to attack the base itself, and number 5 to just obliterate, I hope. Although you're better at doing hard targets. You are also much better at doing hard targets. So yeah, let's use you exactly how I did. Nighthawks against the military base, and the Aardvarks against this exposed garrison. Just to push through with our M113 and Common Engineers, both of which are not units that I really care if they survive. We just want somebody to live just so we don't lose the territory. Okay, so let's slow down as well. There we go, I'm just trying to get the volume perfect. On my end, on yours it hasn't changed, I guess. Good. Getting some good work done here. So it feels like the save game, pause, exit the game and reload. Feels like that's really done something as far as the AI has just launched a new plan. And I didn't show it, but for a while here, I was actually able to see some arrow going from this area over here. Maybe. Maybe I didn't understand what it was, but it looked like a bug. Alright, the engineers moved in here. That's fantastic. But let's get the patents to push in particular, because we want to try to get that artillery. So we'll get the engineers to push as well. They can move on Hesperia. Let's get them to move up like this. And the Green Berets are really what we want to head into San Bernardino proper. Good work, Aardvarks. You guys have just ruined the ability of my M113 to die, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's okay, we forgive you. Yeah, moving up the Strikers, I sent this engineer back for repairs. We have the 2 transport panzers waiting for their tasking. We're trying to push in here. We have another group of... Oh, well, looks like he's making an aggressive move, and we got him. We actually captured San Bernardino. That's fantastic. Very good news. Yeah, we are having a bit of a supply issue here. Okay, so let's move these units back and get a transport panzer on the task. I don't want them to move just directly in. So I might actually do that myself, the navigation path. Something like that. Okay, it is their air supply, I guess. Yeah, we don't really want to attack this guy. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, they're bringing in their Arleigh Burke. You guys are capable of damaging your, yeah, you guys aren't. You know who is, I think, is my F1s. Oh my god, they almost got killed. Oh yeah, some stingers deployed. And they nearly killed my F-117. These guys are still on station. Let's have them return to base. What I want to do is a quick strike against these guys. Now I do have my elite units over here. They actually have quite good attack against the sea, against air targets, or sea targets. So I am going to get the Raptors to deploy briefly. Here. Although I don't think there'll be anything left of the Arleigh Burke by the time we get there. Good damage we're putting down. Oh, man, these Raptors, they get on station so quickly. That's just awesome. Oh my gosh, they just wrecked it. You guys are awesome. You know, they're so expensive, but damn it if they aren't worth it. Damn it if they aren't worth it. We also should be requiring some building capacity. Yeah, looks like we are. 4 aircraft. And this is stemming from our acquisition of San Diego. 2 new air production facilities. Also has a naval production facility, missile production. Lots going on in San Diego. I wouldn't want to be there should the United States enter a nuclear conflict with someone. I just suspect that would be one of the higher priority targets, especially with the Marine base just north. Yeah, near the Marine training base. I mean, Southern California just has a ton of military stuff, which we seem to be blowing through pretty quickly. So somebody mentioned that 29 Palms has a Marine training base or something like that. Yeah, I think I actually remember there was an aircraft malfunction there recently, past couple years, and they had to make an emergency landing. I think in the desert, if I'm not mistaken. That might not have been in 29 Palms, but there was somewhere around Temecula, if I'm not mistaken. You know, this is a great place to be, right? The desert. Great. You know, there's nobody there. It's a good place for training. Okay, so our transport panzer is moving up properly. Green Berets need to move in. And these Green Berets need to seriously just get their butts in motion. So we are experiencing a bit of a push here. Let's push forward to meet the offensive. Bradley's getting to the fight. We have our SCW. We'll cover you there. That's a quite potent unit right there. I mean, it has a little bit of everything. It's actually combined arms. You know, Bradley's. What else do you have? The Bradley Leopard, Bradley Scout Engineer, and the tanks. That's a good. That's like the perfect combination for a tank division or something like that. Maybe a tank brigade. Probably a tank brigade. This is more like a combined arms mechanized unit. Got your 1 tank with your 3 other things. Your 3 AFEs or IFEs. Infantry. No, they call my. I'm throwing out acronyms without really knowing what I'm saying. So, just note that. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. Let's get you guys into the fight. I don't like the Recon Bradleys to be in the fight all the time, but seems like an appropriate moment. Oh dear, we got a Bunker Hill. That man, it's just that California has so many we would love to acquire. And boy, we got a research breakthrough. I didn't even see this. Modern sub prototype, which has given us access to... Now, most unfortunate, I was kind of looking around seeing who has what technology. Submarine design we don't need. We can get that from somebody else. But they have chipless RFID and holographic storage. Neither of these are very important. Let's go over to Japan and get Submarine Design 3 from them. What will they charge us? Yeah, pretty much the going rate. That's a deal I'll take in a heartbeat. So a good push so far, and I was thinking that this series has not gone like terribly quickly. I think that we're going to be in this war for actually quite a long time. Going to move the artillery back up here. Oh, you know what? Transportpanzer, I think you're needed over here. Just going to get these guys to stay where they are so they can refuel and all that first. We're trying to break through there. Let's get a little bit of support, push along the line. Get the tanks to push now that they're resupplied. Green Berets need to move in. Actually, you do not move in that way. Take it back. We got these guys who can move in. And you can move into Irvine, which is going to start a whole mess with Corona. Oh, man. Supply trucks moving to the front. I do have some artillery back here, just pounding away slowly. But Fontana's ours. This berry looks like it's going to fall. I did hear we lost a Green Beret. No. Hungary and South Germany. Well, honestly, that's quite secondary. So April 29th has started. We haven't been going for 2 weeks yet, and actually we pushed in a fair amount of distance considering this is also our breaking of their line, right? They want us to add 11 million to that? Sure thing. Absolutely. Okay, so we have that technology, which means that we might have opened up another technology. Yep, Submarine Designs 4. Let me just look at what we're actually getting here, because eventually we're going to be getting closer to the stuff we want to pay attention to. Okay, so Submarine Design 3 we just got, and that gives us stuff like the Thresher. The Ethan Allen, okay, that's not bad. I mean, the George Washington, Ethan Allen, one of these two is in the Cold War started around 1960, 1970, probably 1960s, when I start getting my first SSBN. One of these is really good. I think it's the George Washington. They actually both have a pretty, I guess it's almost identical missile load. I don't know which one's better. 460, 360, 460, 360, 214, 53, 214, 53. 1135, 935. Okay, so the George Washington is much cheaper. She might be slower. I don't see any difference between them otherwise. But regardless, we don't really need to look at this because we're immediately going to be getting this. And what is this going to give us? Lafayette is a good submarine. Now we're talking. Although this one has significant reduction. Maybe it's not. 460, 360. It's the same. Am I crazy? Why do I think the Lafayette? I might be mistaking the Lafayette for something else. I am. What is the one I'm thinking of? The predecessor to the Los Angeles class? Or was it the successor to the Los Angeles class? There's one that I am not remembering, but we'll get it. So basically what we did is we punched through this little thing, technology not untradeable. Once we research modern sub-prototype, we can blow through all the technology in front of it. Just blow through it just because we're able to trade for it again. Now, James Madison, this is an SSBN. This one is still 460, 360, and actually has 17 for its detection range. I thought that these were 19. They are not. Okay. Sturgeon, the Sturgeon's 470, 360. So there's something there. Let's look at Submarine Design 5. Okay, this is where we have the Los Angeles. If I keep going, the Ohio, the Boise and San Juan. I think it was the San Juan I was thinking of. It's kind of like the successor to the Los Angeles class. Though I guess the Boise is as well. Boise is maybe the successor to the San Juan. I don't know I don't even know. Are those considered like refits to Los Angeles? I think, like the Flight 3 or whatever. I barely know this stuff. Barely know it. Not well enough, unfortunately. Okay, anyways, I lost my train of thought, lost everything. So let's go ahead and just purchase the next technology from them. Whatever you want to charge us, that's cheap. That is cheap. We'll take it. And we'll keep fighting the good fight. Alright. Can probably push up here, since Corona does not appear to be occupied. Let's shift the Rangers in and shift these guys over. Ontario is unpopulated, so we can actually do this and actually have them move in there, because that's the most exposed front now. We're moving in nicely. Let's have the recon go and take San Bernardino. We can move the... Actually, let's move the patents into there and have the recon unit take Riverside. Move my battle group in here and push the tanks up one. Huntington Beach, that is actually... Yeah, they have a research center there. I was going to say, that's actually probably... We're getting close to Long Beach, which is where the... Actually, Long Beach is where the port is. Where I think the... not the Iowa, but one of the Iowa classes or something, one of the big ships is parked. So there is technically a port there. Still trying to brave it. Do you guys not have 41%? Need to borrow a Trump-Propunzer here. Good. Keep the fight. Push. IFE, that's the word I was looking for. IFE and then armored. There's an AF something, or A something, infantry fighting vehicle. Infantry fighting vehicle is what I wanted to say though. Pairing some armor with an IFE, it's like the perfect mechanized unit. Now, I suspect that we're going to need help here. This is like a really potent base here. So let's just drive forward with all parties. All of them. And you can bring in the aardvarks, which might get shot down, but hey, that's what they're there for. Get in, get your hands dirty. They have exceptional ground defense. But I guess when I want to talk about exceptional ground defense, I probably should talk about the F-117s, but they almost got their butts kicked. And yeah, this is a strong push. Probably going to need to leapfrog these guys forward eventually, but let's just get them into the open, not where I want them ideally, but it's fine for now. Okay, and 3 can leave its little home. Maybe we can go take out the artillery that's pestering us here. And that may force a reaction from Palmdale. Oh boy, just in time to see a hawk there. So speaking of hawks, I will watch my F-16s like a hawk. See what happens. The aardvarks over there, F-111s are doing alright. F-16s are doing good themselves, and just causing hell. Just really doing them just a ton of damage. Insane how good these things are. What? I want to know, what is your ground 48? Not even that high. Okay, I thought we did a trade request with Japan. What's taking so long? It probably has been like 2 hours. Why haven't they gotten back to me? There it is. So you guys, we actually did lose one? No, we only had 4 in there. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, good. They gave us this, so now we can keep milking that for Submarine Designs 5. What do we get with number 5? I just want to keep following. What's the path of succession? Okay, this is really good. Getting Los Angeles class would be fantastic. 480. I mean, this is really where you break. Look at the range, 66. Holy cow. So you go from 29 to 66. That's just an enormous breakthrough. This is where submarines can operate, like extremely well. Pretty much on their own. Send them in. We don't need anything but submarines. We're just going to be a blue water subfleet. That's the entirety of Texas is just going to be, Texas Navy, I should say, is just going to be submarines. No, that's not true. We're going to get at least 1 aircraft carrier for parading around for national pride, and also because I already spent the damn money on 4, somewhere over here, 4 F-35Cs. Eventually, I'll spend the money on getting the Nimitz design herself from, what was it, Virginia? The Gerald Ford design. Oh boy, it's going to be so expensive though. But we get 5 air groups from that, and I think we put 5 F-35s on that, and then 1 scout aircraft or something like that. The Global Hawk actually deploys from aircraft, believe it or not, which is pretty cool. Stinger, that's something that honestly we should be killing. So you can see the supplies are getting down very low, which means that our decision to go with something less, with at least 25 combat rounds, is a good one. In fact, if there was any vehicles with more than 25, that would be a really strong contender. I mean, we just continue to realize this. It's like a constantly evolving understanding of what we need. Anyway, we're going to keep pushing here, having had success so far. Oh. Oh my. And we saw an F-117. Barely we saw it. It disappeared right away, but... Man, if we are able to acquire and not destroy all these aircraft, we will be, like... That will be the end of the game. I mean, we will have such a powerful military. It will be impossible to stop us. We've taken this military base. You can see that they're just bouncing around from one military location to the other. Although that is not the right way to go. Oh, wow. Okay, so they... They still had some units repairing in there, I guess. Oh, brutal. Okay, we have more Green Berets over here. Just keep moving them to the front. We have no idea where the front will be when they get here. Alright, Los Angeles, Inglewood. I mean, this is... Our Green Berets are just pushing. They cannot be stopped. It's very powerful. We'll do a push right here, and we'll do it with the F-60s, the engineers. What we need is artillery. Let's get 9 to go here, 8 to go to Fullerton, 7. Wow, really needs to move up. It's way behind the front. Move them over here, and then 6 is also behind. Okay, let's move them here and then just move this unit forward. Actually, probably move you guys here in the end. And get you to move like that. Shift forward. We don't have a whole lot of supply in this area, which is one compelling argument to suggest that we shouldn't be going so quickly. Okay, well, it's actually filling in nicely. Los Angeles, there. This has just been a really solid push. Oh. Just awesome. My F-15s, right away, they just come right out. And they don't have any stealth, so they are susceptible to return fire, but... Oh yeah, what is this? I don't want to destroy these things, but... The thing is, it's just... We have such... an amazing Air Force. Theirs is actually... I think that theirs is actually stronger. Oh, yep, there they go. Keep pushing. Oh my gosh, I remember absolutely nothing of what I was doing, but here we are. I'll just hit on pause and the situation will paint itself for me. Actually, this is crazy. We've almost conquered all of Los Angeles. Santa Monica, I mean. Oh my gosh. A Super Cobra. How are my engineers handling? Oh, wow. We're really doing well. I think surprisingly well. And when I don't see garrisons, I'm pretty sure that's a green light. Move on forward. This group of 4 will become a reserve at this point. And I guess the name of the game is to just keep pushing forward. It's probably easy to neglect. Oh boy. You don't hear what I hear, but we may need another pause soon. Yep, successful. Wow. Things are going pretty well. How are these guys as far as 100%? 71. 59. Let's get this group to move back. Have the transport panzers brought in. This whole group, minus the transport panzer, is going to rush up here. I'm pretty sure we take that. No problem. Keep the push alive. Keep the push alive. Keep going. Keep on keeping on. Just extending the front at this point, and then eventually, hopefully, this group can get to the front, get themselves killed, basically. So things are looking good from a air perspective. I would like actually all the F-16s to base themselves out of Mexico. So I don't want them flying near superiority. So I essentially want them a little bit further off the front. Anyway, we're about to take a huge air base, which in this game doesn't really make. I mean, it doesn't. All air bases are the same. It's just an abstraction. And by that I mean, oh, whoa, what do we have here? By that I just mean that there's no distinguishing between. Oh, well, give me a second. The question is whether or not to bring out our F-15s for this. I definitely don't want to bring out my F-16s. Despite, I mean, obviously they're outclassed, but not only that. I'd rather use them as ground attackers as much as possible. And oh my goodness. We're actually able to move in. Okay, you guys are needed, it turns out, to move into Simi Valley. Man, we're just pushing up everywhere. Moving to Pasadena, 9, moving to Long Beach. You guys move into Los Angeles proper. Better reaction there. These Green Berets are pretty far from the front. We'll try to move them up a little bit. And these M60s, which should be on the front. Let's get them to come up here and take Lancaster and push on past. So that should also cut down. We can probably take the road going up to Bakersfield. This is the I-5, I guess. No, is that the 99? 101? I'm not sure if they're exactly modeled, because they... Well, actually, they should be, yeah. So this should be the 5. I guess this is the 101. Okay, one moment. Okay, now where was I? As you can tell, it'll be slightly more difficult to get episodes out. I don't know what just zipped past, but that was something that was very quick. Ow. What happened? Did I do something? No, that's actually fine. Just get these guys in there, I think. That should help. Maybe just a little bit faster. I think we're okay with this speed. Yeah. And that. Yeah, okay, this is good. And you guys are going to move into Simi Valley, I hope. Just move directly there at this point, yeah. Thousand Oaks. Now on the road to Thousand Oaks. Everyone just keep pushing and we'll bring up the tanks to cover Santa Clarita. Move this group up here. Yeah, these Green Berets are a little bit behind on the action. Let's go ahead and use our F-16s. Oh, some turret problems. There, they got fixed just in time to be destroyed. Okay, research breakthrough. Cellular robotics. Medical? Cellular robotics. Society? Science? There it is. Okay, so this does apparently open up a lot of things for us. 2. But, you know, eventually 2 more, but 2 which we're immediately researching. Still those 2 which we aren't going to be able to get. Did we ever get the next thing from Japan? I guess so. So what's the next... What is the next submarine research? It must be something that's non-tradable, which means we actually have to prioritize it. No? It's... Huh. Nobody has this one? I'm a little bit surprised. Aha! I knew it. They don't really like us. We can make that work. Money talks, after all. Money talks. Okay, these F-16s just tearing it up as usual. Just doing so good, oh my gosh. Even hitting the striker? Is that what I'm seeing? We do have some strikers, which I guess I kind of lost in the whole offensive thing. It's so funny to imagine like a commander operating as inefficiently as I am, which is still much more efficiently than the AI, but just, you know, not just leaving whole, like that's basically a division. Just leaving a whole division behind. Whoops. Okay, let's RTB. These guys are, ooh, F-35. Well, let's counter. We don't want to lose anything. Let's counter. Air superiority. I do have, I think I already mentioned this, but I do have my big guns on standby as well. We can probably start moving some other people up. In fact, with the money that we have, I want to continue to press the repair button on everything, which is very expensive, but should give us, ooh, what's this? Time to get our aircraft. Oh, no, these are, okay, these are, there is one AA here, but mostly this is artillery stuff, which case, it's actually, we do want, oh, orbital launch pad? Okay. I don't know what you'll do, what we will do if we have duplicates of that, because I don't think you need more than one. We'll probably end up dismantling it. Oh man, I don't really want to kill these stratotankers or the starlifters. Those are like perfect acquisitions in the spoils of war. Got these guys RTB. Looks like the threat is over. And it doesn't really matter. The air fight has kind of, like the land fight is won, and the air, I know that there might be some people who get a little bit nervous when I say something like this, but the air fight is really only important to win the land fight. And that's not, I don't know if that's like universally true. I'm sure there's situations where like air superiority will enable nuclear arms launch or something like that. And kind of like the Cold War scenario where you needed to have air protection against their air-launched nuclear assets. Yeah, in that situation, air superiority is, it's by itself, like, can be defined as a necessity without any context of land combat. That's not the case for us here, where the air superiority was purely a mechanism for winning the ground war. It's just a unique thing. So, well, those strikers moved up so quickly. So that's one, yeah, another reason why I like those strikers. Oh my gosh, we have another set too. Perfect. We'll bring them up. And I'll probably have to call this video to a close pretty soon. It's been a productive video. We're making headway. But it was only when I realized that we've been already at war for, you know, a couple of episodes that I realized this war is not going to go quickly. This is not going to be a quick war. So that's the expectation at this point, is that we may have a long series on our hands just by merit of trying to conquer everything in California. And I don't think many people are going to complain. I mean, this is kind of fun. I mean, the difficult thing for me is when I have to do work off camera. In this situation, we don't have that because every time I load up the game, we're right where I need to begin. There's no off-camera time that I need to do. Okay, we did get the next thing, so that's really cool. What's the next step? I assume something. I mean, that can't just be it. Let's let's open up the submarine. I don't even know what it is. Advanced submarine. Oh no, yeah it is. One sec. Okay, well I don't want to spend too much time here, but okay. Subtech 5 leads to improved subcomponents. We definitely need to research this pronto. This will be the thing we have to research. It has to be. And I guess because of the research facilities we're acquiring, we have the capacity to do that. But I may even pause something like nanomedicine, something we don't really need, just to make sure that and look at holographic storage. We can get that from California, which means we probably can get it from someone else soon. Oh brother. Anyway, but non-tradables means priority, so it's just that simple. So I think I will. How many days into this are we? Nanomedicine is better. But does it go anywhere? It does. Because I know holographic storage goes somewhere. But not somewhere we really need to be. I mean, okay. I know it's unnecessary, but I'm going to pause both. Just to make sure improved subcomponents gets done. Is there anything else? Like future helicopter designs is another one of those things we just need to... Oh, no, it doesn't lead anywhere. I keep mistaking that for basic helicopter designs. The 1945 tech or whatever. Yeah, so we should be okay otherwise. Okay, we're going to push on. Just turn up the volume. Pretend like everything's fine. Baby is fine. It's just a bit of an upset stomach. Gassy. They get so gassy. But wife is doing her job. Well, it's our job. It's not like it's her job, but she's on the clock right now. Be my turn in a little bit. Yeah, the strikers. I really like the strikers, and I know we pivoted towards the French vessel or infantry units. It will be interesting to see how those fare, but I have to say I am very happy with the strikers as a low-cost alternative. I still think that they are a good choice. I'm gonna park both these transport panzers in the same spot just so I hopefully can remember where to find them. Yeah, but we definitely have a lot of stuff that's behind the front. Unnecessarily. Like, look at these Green Berets. Let's get these guys to take over Bakersfield. Have the M60s bum rush this artillery unit. This should be an easy kill. I mean, yeah, we just need to keep pushing, keep pushing. We're almost there. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get through this. 9, you guys can move up to there, which is Agura Hills. Wow. Could probably have been named... I know this area. I used to play hockey over here. Of all things. Okay. Paris declared war on Serb Republic. I think England declared war on Serbia at some point. We're not really paying attention to these. Are kind of minor, I would say. Let's get the strikers into the fight against the FCSWs. How are they going to do? So I'm glad these aircraft got out of the way. We have our quarrel is not with you, especially if it means that we can eventually integrate you into our military forces. Then it really isn't with you. Alright, get it. Some kind of units are going to start leading the charge over there. Yeah, but things are, I would say, going extremely well for us. You know, it's not over until the fat lady sings, but some other there must be another saying that means it's all over but the crying. But it's not over until the fat lady. It's all over but the crying, but it's not over until the fat lady sings. Contradictory remarks. Okay, this is number 6, so I actually do want to hold them up a little bit higher. I don't think we have to worry about this road. This goes to Las Vegas. And nothing else is on that road. Nothing. Literally nothing. There should never be a unit coming down this road. Unless they have military access with Nevada. Well, look, we're making progress. Slowly but steadily. And I honestly think the back is already broken on California. It would be nice, but at this point they don't even offer the ability for me to buy their technology. I want to give them money, but they won't let me. I will give you 38 million. Yeah, they won't do it. They won't do it for all the money in the world. Very unfortunate. I don't, entirely blame them not wanting to negotiate with the person who has attacked them and just slaughtered their military forces. Nonetheless, oh well. Okay, I think this is a good time to call this video close. Making good progress. That's the name of the game here. That's a lot of shields too. And, we probably have, I can probably do a little bit of this off camera, but no need. Maybe 2 more episodes, and then we'll have California. But you can see the wheels are already coming off the car for California. So it should be smooth sailing from here. Until the next one, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.